the cool things is that the actual cinematics cover up the level load time. I hate level loading screens. So the actual game, when you play it through the campaign, it's one continuous experience. Are you big fans of Halo?
I was at Bungie 12 hours ago.
Oh, okay, good.
Talking about that game.
Yeah, we saw them a couple nights ago.
That's Sergeant Forge. You might recognize this guy's armor. He's an Arbiter. He's not the same Arbiter, though, that you got in Halo 2. So we talked a lot about Spirit of Fire orbiting above in lots of previous demos. Spirit of Fire is currently orbiting a planet called Harvest, which was the first planet blast by the Covenant.
I like the view. It adds perspective to my work.
Forge doesn't think it's safe for you to go down there yet. He's quite insistent.
I can be quite insistent too, Captain. I can take care of myself.
Any idea what it is we've got down there?
It's all theories right now, and I'll know a lot more once I get down there.
I'm approving the mission, but the slightest sign of danger and I'm pulling you out. Is that understood?
Understood, Captain.
My lord, the humans are closing. Will soon be upon us.
No matter. The information you have gathered here is most appetizing. However, we must protect what we have learned here. Set the charges and destroy this place.
Destroy this holy relic. Surely we just...
The journey requires sacrifice. Set the charges. Return to us. Our patience is not infinite.
It will be done.
Okay, so the big takeaway from that is they're going to blow it up.
Serena, we need to re-establish Alpha Base before we can proceed with the mission.
Captain, the base power system is offline and the lockdown protocol is in effect. If we rebuild, the lockdown will end and the doors will open.
It's one of the ways we actually...
Projection for new base location ready.
One of the ways we actually integrate the story in the campaign quite a lot is with talking heads. And so Serena will often come up and give you something informational. Captain Cutter will generally always tell you something to do. You know, Captain Cutter's, build more army kind of thing. If you saw the 5 Long Years trailer, you saw these pods coming away from Spirit of Fire and launching down. The pods themselves carry the base.
Up and running again. We need supply pads built so I can send down materials.
Ready to roll.
So there's Sergeant Forge. He's one of the hero characters on the ground.
Rolling out. I'm going.
The command center is
And of course, you're
online.
driving a Warthog and getting the Warthog feel into the game. Is, all the vehicles are extremely similar to their Halo counterparts.
When you need. On the move. Rolling out.
We actually have one of the things in Halo is that is the battle chatter. So when you're playing Halo, when you play the campaign, the grunts will talk to you, and the Marines are all talking as you go. So there's actually, we have
Roll. Good to go.
The lockdown is lifted and the front gate is opening.
I think 14,000 lines of battle chatter in the actual game, where we had a whole ream of paper when we printed it. It was quite a lot. It was, and it's localized to what's actually going on. If you're attacking them, they say something different. If they're just hanging idle, they say something different.
Covenant chatter around your position. Looks like they are setting up defenses.
Target acquired. Sir, waiting for ordering.
So another way to be able to select units is to press and hold down the A button, brings up a paintbrush, then you can paint everything.
Take cover of those down pelicans. Move.
So something else that we can do is we can move our infantry into cover to provide them a lot more protection. There's lots of places like that on a lot of the scenario maps. And you can see that the AI here has also done the same thing by putting his troops into turrets. And if there's empty turrets, the AI will actually move into those turrets and take them over.
Target spotted. Target acquired.
You can see here some of the Forerunner architecture with some little Covenant add-ons.
Where to?
The maps are absolutely, absolutely gorgeous looking. We're actually showing off a lot more new vehicles here than we've shown before. On the ground here, these are Cobras. These are railgun vehicles. They're effectively very good anti-vehicle vehicles. Flying in the sky, those are Vultures. Those are perhaps the biggest UNSC vehicles that they can make.
Well, looky here. The Covenant built themselves a little base.
That's a Scarab, of course. It will completely annihilate his entire army unless he stops it very quickly. One of the ways to stop that is to launch what we call a cryo bomb, which freezes units temporarily.
It's gonna break free any second.
But only temporarily.
Come on. That was close.
Things like a Scarab, extremely hard to take down. You can only launch a cryo bomb, once every, really once a game or so. So if he builds, more of those, he's going to be dead. The Covenant bases normally have shield generators around them and generate quite a few shields that are very hard to break through, so that when you stop attacking them, if you don't take the shields out, the shields will just regenerate up and come back. Now, if you played Halo 3, do you remember these shields all over the place? That the infantry can walk through them, the vehicles can't. One of the other things, of course, you can do, you can go over them with Hornets, which is, we have a different perspective on the world, so the Hornets can go in here and destroy the power source on the other side. You can also send your Marines on through. Now we've got complete normal access. We're going up towards the objective here. If you remember the opening cinematic, this is exactly where the opening cinematic was. You can see here a sub-objective. I don't know if you saw that when it first popped up, the number of Jackals.
Detonate those explosives. Our mission here is over. Get to the detonator.
Those jackals were like a secondary one?
Yeah, it's a secondary objective that comes up when you kill the first one. It's not primary to your mission. Another secondary objective was taking out that base. Aliens build very big detonators.